Hello everyone. Today we're going to explore one of the keys to truly mastering your own mind and life. Have you ever found yourself constantly trying to get other people's attention? As if every action, every word you say is to prove to someone that you are worthy. Don't worry, you are not alone. But what I am about to share with you today will change the way you see things forever. You see, when you fight for attention, you are actually putting yourself in the position of someone who needs to prove. Instead of being the center of attention, you are revolving around the desires of others and then feeling insecure when you are not recognized. But what if I told you that true power lies in not needing any recognition from others? What if your power comes from knowing your own worth without needing anyone else's validation? Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is better to starve than to live in fear and uncertainty." Why did he say this? Because true power lies in having control over your mind. And that starts with stopping seeking attention from others and focusing on becoming the most powerful version of yourself. We live in a world where we are all so caught up in wanting attention. We are controlled by social media, by what other people think of us. And then, little by little, we lose ourselves. But Stoicism doesn't teach us to do that. It teaches us to stop chasing after things we can't control, to stop seeking external validation. True freedom comes from having control over your mind. Never bow down to the validation of others. Don't be a puppet for their attention. Because when you stop chasing, that's when they start noticing your presence. When you hold your head up high, when you're confident in yourself, you become irresistible. You're no longer a pursuer, you're an attractor. Stop, relax, and listen. The power isn't in what you do to attract others. The power is in not having to attract them. They will come when you stop caring whether they come or not. That's true freedom. So how do we do this? The answer is by constantly cultivating your self-worth, knowing who you are, what you deserve. When you do this, you won't have to worry about what anyone thinks. Who cares about you? You'll become such a force that people around you won't be able to help but notice you. I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done. Yeah, it's not. But remember, everything worth having requires effort. And the best part is that when you start believing in yourself, the universe will align everything exactly as you want it to. When you live your true self, you will start attracting the right people and opportunities into your life. So, are you ready to take the next step and become the captain of your life? Finally, I want to share with you the master of the art of listening. The journey to understanding and true connection. Listening is just hearing others talk. If so, then you are missing out on one of the most powerful skills you can develop in your personal life and relationships. Listening is not just about the ears, it is about the soul. When you truly listen, you go beyond just hearing the sounds coming from the other person. You are feeling, understanding, and looking deeper into the emotions and intentions behind those words. You connect with them on a level where they feel the sincerity. And this can make a huge difference in your relationship. In the times I have conversations with others, especially with colleagues I find interesting, and I really take the time to listen, the conversation is no longer about impressing or showing off. It's a space for them to express themselves fully. This creates a stronger connection because they feel heard, understood, and respected. The true power of listening in relationships. Imagine a situation where you're upset and really need someone to talk to. You reach out to a friend, but instead of listening to you, they're only half listening. Or worse, just waiting to say what they think. You're probably frustrated and annoyed, right? But when someone really gives you their full attention, without interrupting or rushing you, you feel important, and that what you have to say is valuable. This is even more important in romantic relationships. Once you feel understood and heard, the relationship will become stronger. It's not just about talking, it's about building trust and respect. When you listen to the other person, you don't just understand their words, you also feel their deep feelings and emotions. Listening in conflict resolution, a Stoic strategy for understanding. Whenever a conflict arises, people tend to rush into defending their personal point of view, wanting to win. But if you step back, take a deep breath, and really listen to the other person, you will find that many issues can be resolved more gently. By listening, you not only understand the other person's perspective, but also create space for them to express their thoughts more clearly. This is not just a skill, but also a sign of maturity. When you listen, you are sending a message that says, "I am willing to understand you." Not only does this help you resolve conflicts, it also creates respect and eases tension in all types of relationships. Imagine in a tense meeting, instead of trying to argue, you listen to all points of view. Your calmness will make people feel that you are trustworthy and competent. It hurts, right? But it's true. We often get caught up in the desire to be accepted by others, forgetting that we are the ones who need our attention the most. When you put all your power and focus on yourself, you will find that others will naturally be drawn to the new version of you, the one who is confident, strong, and no longer dependent on external validation. That is truly a game changer. You are no longer the one chasing attention, but you are the center of attention. So let's turn things around together and start with you. Make a commitment to yourself that from today, you will not trade your self-worth for attention from others. Instead, cultivate and strengthen your inner strength, focusing on what you can control. And I am here, accompanying you on this journey. If there is anything that makes you hesitate, leave a question in the comments section. I am here to help you overcome any obstacle. Together, we will turn the tables and turn what seems like a loss into a victory. I deserve to be noticed right now. Take a deep breath, close your eyes and feel it. Then leave this affirmation in the comments to let me know that you are ready for this journey. Journey to reclaim your power, confidence, and peace. And remember, all you really can control is you. Take one step at a time, and you will see things will change. Together, we will discover and rebuild who you want to be. All you have to do is take action. Step 1. Prioritize your physical health. Now, have you ever thought about how your physical health is the foundation for everything you do? When you think about physical health, some of you probably think of things like looking neat and tidy, finding ways to tone up your muscles. Don't get me wrong, that's not entirely wrong, but that's not the point. Take a step back, dig deeper, and ask yourself this question. Why is physical health so important that I should prioritize it in my life? It's not just about impressing others or looking at yourself in the mirror and feeling good about how you look. Physical health is about feeling like you have the energy to live life to the fullest, feel better on the inside. If you're not full of life, you can't enjoy life to the fullest. You may be in a relationship and think everything is going well, but suddenly you realize that the spark between you two is fading. You think that planning a romantic date night or buying a nice outfit will revive things. But guess what? It's the vitality and energy inside that is the most important factor in keeping your relationship exciting. When you both feel good physically and energetically, life becomes more wonderful. Now, think about attracting someone new. You don't have to try too hard or do something crazy to get their attention. All you have to do is be the best version of yourself. I was in a state of physical and mental exhaustion, and that's when I realized that taking care of myself is the most important thing. I started exercising regularly, not to have the perfect body, but to feel better about myself. And trust me, the change didn't just come from the outside, but from the way I felt about myself. This confidence radiated and attracted the attention of others without me having to say or do anything special. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted your ex to see you and regret it? Stop thinking like that. Instead of focusing on them, focus on yourself. Start by taking care of your physical health, not to get them back, but to become a better version of yourself. And guess what? When you focus on your own development, you attract not only them, but a whole new world of opportunities. You'll find yourself no longer caring whether they come back or not, because you've become so much stronger and more valuable. Remember what Epictetus said, "No one is free unless he is the master of himself." And mastering yourself is not just about controlling your thoughts or emotions, but also about taking care of your physical health. When you take control of your body, you not only attract the attention of others, but you also build a higher self-esteem. So what did I do to change? I didn't look for quick weight loss methods or extreme diets. I looked for balance. I exercised regularly with exercises that I truly enjoyed. From weightlifting to yoga, a combination of strength and flexibility not only made me healthier, but also brought me peace of mind. When you feel strong from the inside, you radiate a kind of energy that no one can resist. And of course, diet was an indispensable part. I started eating healthier, choosing nutrient-rich foods like green vegetables, lean meats, and protein. This not only improved my health, but also increased my energy levels every day. You know what? Getting enough sleep is also important. It sounds simple, but a good night's sleep can change your entire life. You'll find yourself more alert, more energetic, and most importantly, you'll look better. Not because you're dressed up, because you radiate life from within. In short, when you put your physical health first, you're telling yourself and the world, I'm worthy. I deserve to feel good, to live fully, and to be appreciated. When you realize that, everything else becomes easier. You don't need to seek validation from others because you've already created it for yourself. And now, I want you to do something simple. Write down in the comments section this affirmation. I am worthy of attention. Let yourself feel the power of that affirmation and share it with the world. Because when you believe in your worth, nothing can stop you. The next thing I want to talk about here is financial freedom. Do you really understand it? We often think that financial freedom is the key to opening all doors in life. The more money, the more power, the more freedom and comfort in life, right? Wrong. If you think like that, you are ignoring a very important aspect of freedom. Freedom of mind and how you control yourself. Imagine you are the CEO of a large corporation. Your bank account always has an impressive number. But the problem is that you have to wake up at 6 a.m., work until late at night, always being pressured by shareholder demands, market pressures, and countless other things. Do you really feel free? Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, realized this thousands of years ago. Epictetus was not a powerful or rich person by the world's standards. He lived in Nero's court, where power and luxury were everywhere. But he saw what few people could see. The most powerful people were imprisoned by their own ambitions, by the expectations and pressures of those around them. That is why Epictetus teaches us that true freedom lies not in money or power, but in being in control of your mind, your thoughts, and your actions. Do you ever feel like you're being sucked into the vortex of people around you? Think about the people you spend time with. Did you know that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? If you constantly surround yourself with negative people, people who complain about life but never do anything to change it, then gradually you will lose motivation. You will start to get dragged down, lose focus and determination. But what if you change that? What if you surround yourself with positive, forward-thinking people who are constantly developing themselves and encouraging you to move forward? That positive energy will spread, creating a wave of change within you. You start to become stronger, more decisive, and more confident in every decision you make. And this will not only help you succeed at work, but will also make you more attractive in your personal relationship. Imagine you are at a party and you are standing in the middle of a group of friends full of positive energy. Everyone is sharing new ideas, big plans for the future, and how they are working to achieve their goals. How do you feel? You feel included, inspired, and motivated. Compare this to a group of people who are just complaining, gossiping, or whining about negative things. The difference is obvious, right? So what happens when you start surrounding yourself with inspiring people? When you surround yourself with positive people, not only will you begin to absorb their mindset, but you will also become someone who inspires others. You will become more attractive, not only to those around you, but also to yourself. You will no longer be someone who accepts mediocrity, but someone who is always looking to grow, to achieve more, to become better. To illustrate, think about a relationship you have. It could be with a new person, current partner, or even an ex. When you become the best version of yourself, when you surround yourself with people who challenge and encourage you to grow, you shine. You no longer have to worry about impressing or keeping them, because your natural growth will draw them to you. Philosopher Seneca once said, "Associate with people who improve you." Nothing could be more true than this. When you choose to surround yourself with people who inspire you and challenge you, you not only improve your chances of success, but you also improve the quality of your life. We all have the power to choose who we surround ourselves with, and that decision can change the entire direction of our lives. Let's affirm this together. I choose to surround myself with people who inspire me. Say it with conviction and determination, because when you truly choose positive and motivated people, your life will be filled with growth and limitless possibility. This change will not only make you happier, but it will also give you true freedom. Freedom of mind and heart, free from external constraints. That, my friends, is true freedom. To begin, imagine yourself walking down the road of life, and instead of simply walking, you are running with all your might with a clear goal in front of you. This is ambition. Ambition is not the desire to achieve a high position at work or own many possessions. It is much deeper. Ambition is the combination of a strong will and great motivation to keep moving forward towards something you are truly passionate about. I know someone who can demonstrate this. They are not just doing their day job. Every time they walk into the office, you can feel the energy and passion in them. It is not a hunger for power or money, but a burning passion for what they do. That attracts not only me, but also those around me. They are not just focused on personal success, but are always looking for ways to develop themselves and help others. Their ambition is not the end goal, but part of the journey. And that makes a big difference. The fact is, when you have ambition, you are no longer just a spectator in your own life. You are the director, the one who decides what to do next. You may encounter challenges, but it is these challenges that make the journey more interesting. Do you remember the quote by Marcus Aurelius? The obstacle becomes the way. For example, when you encounter obstacles, it is not the time to give up. It is the time to move forward, to challenge yourself and become a better version of yourself. Ambition is not just for work. It also applies to personal relationships. Imagine you are in a long-term relationship. You don't want to be normal, right? You want to keep your relationship exciting, fresh, and challenging. Ambition in love is not about finding perfection, but about always finding ways to make the relationship better every day. This not only creates excitement, but also great inspiration for both people. But what happens when you lose control of your emotions? You have probably experienced moments when your emotions lead you and end up throwing everything into chaos. I have experienced this when my emotions took over and I reacted without thinking. The result? Broken relationships and loss of control in my personal life. But the important thing is that I learned to control my emotions and understood that calmness and patience are the keys to creating lasting relationships. When you control your emotions, you become stronger. This applies not only to romantic relationships, but also to everyday life. You can imagine yourself in a stressful situation, but instead of reacting strongly, you take a moment to think and make a smart decision. This not only shows maturity, but also creates respect from those around you. In Stoicism, mastering emotions is one of the most important principles. Seneca once said, "A man is as miserable as he thinks." This means that you are the one who determines your emotional state, not the circumstances around you. By controlling your emotions, you not only create stability in your life, but you also attract people with the same positive energy. Imagine that you are the captain of your life ship. You are sailing on a vast ocean. And sometimes the sea will be rough, but you are the one holding the steering wheel, guiding the ship through the challenges. That is the power of emotional mastery. That is how you can stay calm and achieve true freedom. Freedom is not the absence of difficulties. Freedom is the ability to face difficulties without letting them control you. Financial freedom, emotional freedom, and mental freedom all start with understanding and mastering yourself. So, are you ready to take the next step and become the captain of your life? Finally, I want to share with you the master of the art of listening. The journey to understanding and true connection. Listening is just hearing others talk. If so, then you are missing out on one of the most powerful skills you can develop in your personal life and relationships. Listening is not just about the ears, it is about the soul. When you truly listen, you go beyond just hearing the sounds coming from the other person. You are feeling, understanding, and looking deeper into the emotions and intentions behind those words. You connect with them on a level where they feel the sincerity, and this can make a huge difference in your relationship. In the times I have conversations with others, especially with colleagues I find interesting, and I really take the time to listen, the conversation is no longer about impressing or showing off. It's a space for them to express themselves fully. This creates a stronger connection because they feel heard, understood, and respected. The true power of listening in relationships. Imagine a situation where you're upset and really need someone to talk to. You reach out to a friend, but instead of listening to you, they're only half listening. Or worse, just waiting to say what they think. You're probably frustrated and annoyed, right? But when someone really gives you their full attention, without interrupting or rushing you, you feel important, and that what you have to say is valuable. This is even more important in romantic relationships. Once you feel understood and heard, the relationship will become stronger. It's not just about talking, it's about building trust and respect. When you listen to the other person, you don't just understand their words, you also feel their deep feelings and emotions. Listening in conflict resolution, a Stoic strategy for understanding. Whenever a conflict arises, people tend to rush into defending their personal point of view, wanting to win. But if you step back, take a deep breath, and really listen to the other person, you will find that many issues can be resolved more gently. By listening, you not only understand the other person's perspective, but also create space for them to express their thoughts more clearly. This is not just a skill, but also a sign of maturity. When you listen, you are sending a message that says, "I am willing to understand you." Not only does this help you resolve conflicts, it also creates respect and eases tension in all types of relationships. Imagine in a tense meeting, instead of trying to argue, you listen to all points of view. Your calmness will make people feel that you are trustworthy and competent. And listening, key to building new connections. People often focus on expressing themselves, sometimes forgetting to listen to others. However, it is the ability to listen well that will make you stand out from the crowd. Whether you are looking for a business partner or building a personal relationship, listening will make you stand out. Others will be attracted to the way you listen to them. Because when you listen, you are not only hearing, but you are showing them that you respect them. The fact is, you don't have to be right all the time. What matters is that you are present, paying full attention, and responding thoughtfully. This creates a strong and lasting impression that others will remember you for a long time. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This is a simple yet powerful truth. When you master the skill of listening, not only will your relationships improve, but you will also grow as a person. And listening is also about becoming someone others want to be around. Have you ever met someone who just by being around them, you feel at peace? That is a good listener. They do not judge, do not impose their personal views, but simply are present and listen. When you truly listen, you not only understand more about others, but also open yourself up to new perspectives, thoughts that you never realized. Good listeners are people who others want to be around, because they bring comfort and safety. When you practice listening, you will not only improve your relationships, but also become a person that others want to be with for the long term. Listening is not just a skill, it is an art. Art of patience, presence, and empathy. When you master this art, you will not only improve your relationships, but also become a better version of yourself. Remember, listen not just to hear, to understand, to empathize, and to connect. So if you find value in listening, start now. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and share with others so they can benefit from these insights too. Drop your affirmation in the comments. I am worthy of listening, and be confident that big change starts with small things like